Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, this is a bit of a different setting today. I am joined once again by Miss Cookie. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. I said it, but where are we standing right now?
We are in the home of the infamous Charlie Fitzgerald. Charlie and Sarah Fitzgerald. Mr. Charlie was the owner, creator of Charlie's Place that was established in 1937 in Myrtle Beach.
Now I know you're the perfect person to talk to about the history. You know all about history here, but this is a really special place for a lot of reasons.
It really is, and I may not know the history, but I have been so engrossed in learning, because some of it, although I'm a true native and grew up here, there are things that, every once in a while we do learn new things, and so, I wasn't aware. But Mr. Charlie came to Myrtle Beach from New York in 1935. He was a businessman, rather an astute businessman, and he and his wife, Miss Sarah, this is Mr. Charlie, Miss Sarah, opened Charlie's Place, and interchangeable is Charlie's Place and Whispering Pines, where the likes of Billie Holiday, Little Richard, Ella Fitzgerald, Fats Domino, James Brown, all of them came and played and or stayed.
Can you imagine?
Yes, at Charlie's Place. Now, they could go to the white establishments and play, but they couldn't stay. Yeah, during that time. And so they would go and gig a little bit, finish up, come back over to Charlie's Place, gig some more, and this is where they would eat and they would stay.
This was a home.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just thinking about all the people that have come through here and what this place has been over the years. What was it like? I mean, obviously, you don't necessarily have to know back in the day,
Right.
but what would you imagine it felt like in here?
Very lively. Like I said, this was their home, but right next door to my left was Whispering Pines and Charlie's Place. So very lively, as old folks would say back in the day, it was jumping. And Mr. Charlie didn't believe in segregation. So he allowed the white kids to come over from Ocean Boulevard or Ocean Drive. And initially, they were the ones in the balcony. But because Mr. Charlie created a safe haven, a safe space where people just wanted to come and dance and enjoy, he created this space for them. And so they eventually came down, on the floor and just started dancing and enjoying themselves. And he had this very professional wait staff. I mean, and you see some of the pictures when they were like most professional.
Now, what is Charlie's Place today?
Well, the home itself is used as office space for the city of Myrtle Beach, neighborhood services. But we have meeting rooms also, where some of our city's commissions and boards meet here monthly. But probably the thing I feel that brings honor to Mr. Charlie and Miss Sarah the most is anything that is arts oriented and definitely music.
Oh yeah.
Like the motel units, the first 4, we're still working, it's a work in progress to convert to musical era museum spaces.
Cool.
40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And then the next 4 are incubator spaces for young entrepreneurs who are in the arts. There's communications, there's somebody who does jewelry, there's somebody who designs t-shirts.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents. Well, it is just a beautiful day here at Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents, and I'm joined by Kent. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, there's so much to see here. But for people that have never been here before, what are you guys all about?
Coastal. We're about experience. We're about color. We're about just joy, honestly. People that come into our store, it's 30,000 square feet of living room, dining room, bedroom, mattresses, outdoor, everything you could think of for the home, we have it here at Seaside.
Truly top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Lighting to rugs to lamps and everything in between.
Absolutely. And and we have people here that are, their average is 30 years in the business. So they know what they're talking about, and they're here to assist you and help you along the way. It's not a high pressure type store. It's a store that you come in and enjoy yourself, and we're here to help you.
All right, let's dive a little deeper. You guys have mattresses as well.
Yes, we do.
Talk to me about that.
All right, we carry Sealy, which has 3 brands to it. We have the Sealy Posturepedic, we have Tempur-Pedic, and we have Stearns & Foster. And then we brought on a new mattress company called Restonic, which is a line that's kind of a mid-size in terms of price point, and it's just wonderfully comfortable as well. And so the Property Brothers are part of that group too.
We know that.
So yeah, we're excited about our mattress line.
Yeah, and I know you guys have a lot of different price points in terms of everything that you carry here. So whether you're looking to spend a little bit more or save a little money, you guys have something for everyone.
Yeah, budget seems to be the ugly word, but it is
Right.
part of the process. And if you come in with an idea of what you want to spend, we can help you out for sure, because we carry everything, like you said, from low to high, and from quality that's questionable all the way up to really excellent quality. We've got Maven, which is a new group that we brought in for dining room sets and bedroom sets. It's solid wood, and you can pick any color that you want, any wood species that you want.
Ooh.
And it's just a very beautiful high line of product that we carry. But again, upholstery, same deal. We have low to high, and we carry it all.
This story is sponsored by Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents. Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined by Quadre Stuckey. We're talking about beautiful, beautiful artwork with a rich cultural heritage. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. I'm blessed. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me today.
We're gonna do a lot of fun stuff, but first I wanna get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
I want you to kind of walk me through your creative process when it comes to this.
So when it comes to my creative process with the artwork, I like to visualize what I'm going to do first in my mind, and then I like to, draw it or sketch it on the canvas. And then once I sketch it on the canvas, I like to add that paint to bring it to life.
And you have quite a history.
Yes.
Why did you get into art in the first place?
I would say art is like my God-given talent. It wasn't something I had to try hard with. It was something that would naturally come to me that just kind of flows easy. So I wanted to use that and share my gift with the world.
I would say that when you look at your art, I was taking a look at your portfolio, and
Yes.
a lot of it is so striking.
Yes.
You have such a unique look.
Yes.
How would you describe your art, though?
I mean, I would describe my art as kind of like a mixture between like contemporary pop art and then low country Gullah lifestyle series. That's what I say, because that's our history and rich culture in Charleston, South Carolina, where I'm from. So it's about that Gullah lifestyle, maintaining the culture and the heritage. So I'm just telling the story through my artwork.
Why is that important to you?
I feel like it's important because if you don't tell your own story, somebody else will tell your story and control your narrative. So it's better for you to keep your own history and pass it down to the generations to come, like your grandkids, your great-grandkids, and your children, to let them know where they came from and what you did to make it here where you're at today.
And how does it feel whenever people see your art for the first time?
It feels amazing because, with artwork, it speaks to everybody different. You know what I'm saying? People get happy, people get excited, people get, filled with joy. So, I mean, me inside, that's just a good, heartwarming feeling that I feel every time that people see it, experience it, and then they just love it and fall in love with it.
And what would you say is the toughest part of the process for you?
The toughest part of the process was, I'd probably say, selling it, because, these are like my kids, and then somebody wants to buy it, you gotta let it go and then not look back. But, at the same time, I could just paint another one.
And speaking of, If someone is interested in purchasing your art or taking a look,
Yes.
how can they do that?
Well, they could go online to my website, www.quaddesigns.net, or they could go onto my nonprofit site, www.gullah-Geechee-Family-Foundation.com, purchase the artwork.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Quadre. I
Yes.
appreciate you visiting me today.
Definitely.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, we have got our apron on today because we are at the Art Museum of Myrtle Beach. I'm joined by Colin. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Let's go ahead and get into it. What are we
Alright.
doing today?
So today we have these stuffed paper sculptures of musical instruments. It's inspired by our exhibit, Lifting Black Voices. We have one of the galleries in the show has an entire gallery full of paintings and artwork that is inspired by jazz and music. So this is a pretty simple project, but still it gives you really cool results. So the first step for this is you're going to print out either some type of musical instrument, it could be whatever you'd like. We have some tubas here. And after you print them out, you're going to cut them out. And then you're going to get another sheet of paper and you're going to trace the outline of the instrument.
Okay.
So you just go around. And this, it doesn't have to be nice and neat. You can do it a little quick, you can do a little sketchy, which I like to do.
I'm very focused right now.
Yeah.
I'm
It's-
glad you said it didn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, sketching it takes a lot of focus, more focus than you'd think.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, once you have that all sketched out, you'll end up cutting it out.
Okay.
But thankfully, we already have these two examples already cut out.
Yay!
So yeah,
I can skip that step. Yay. Okay.
So yeah, once you cut them out, you will have, of course, two pieces of paper. And what you want to do is first staple half the papers together. So I did it kind of a little strategic spot so we can still kind of have some areas where we can end up stuffing the paper in there. So I did some like at
Gotcha.
the top, and I just did some of the sides too, leaving openings up here and also here at the bottom as well. But after you get it stapled together, you get to decorate it. And
Okay.
of course, this is completely up to the artist how you would want to decorate it, using whatever colors, whatever types of patterns. It's completely up to
Alright.
you.
Let's do it.
All right, so the next part is actually stuffing it.
Okay.
So the best product to use is just using some tissue paper. So all you do is just rip pieces off at a time. And you can scrunch them up a little bit, but you don't want it to get too small though. So you want them to make sure they actually like fill a lot of the sculpture.
Okay.
And you just stick them in wherever you have any openings. And with this, you can fill it up as much as you want. You do have to be a little careful though of not overstuffing it, however, because then you won't be able to really get it closed at all.
I think we're done.
I think we are. So to finish it up, all you gotta do is just take a stapler and just staple it closed. Whatever places you haven't put staples in, just close it all up. Yeah, here I can start.
All right. Thank you.
So it's fun before you staple the whole thing, especially at the top. It's almost like a little birthday gift with the tissue paper.
There it is.
There we have it. We have our little stuffed paper sculptures. Little instruments that we can play too.
I don't know how to hold a tuba. Hold on.
Yeah,
I think it's like that.
perhaps. See, this is why I'll just use my saxophone. I know how to actually
Yeah,
hold this.
that's a bit more straightforward. Well, thank you so much. This was a blast.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.